There's a story about an African Union leader that was bothered by Donald Trump's immigration ban because he banned 3 African nations. And she was saying that, you know, white Americans end up taking our people as slaves, but now all of a sudden you want to come up with an immigration ban for refugees. She have an issue with that. Now, the African Union is made up of 54 African nations, and they try to get together to help unify and solve the problems within the African continent. Now, this woman is going to be running for president of South Africa, and if anyone from South Africa is watching, I think you should get her in there. There's no reason why y'all have a bunch of white folks running South Africa. Don't make no sense. They have Europe. Y'all need to run Africa. But this sister is named Dlamini-Zuma. Now, she was talking about his visa ban for sure. And she said it's utter hypocrisy for America to be doing the things that they're doing. But one thing I need to say, sister, it's not America. It's Donald Trump and his white supremacist cabinet. That's who it is. It's not all of America. Because as you can see, it's a lot of people out there protesting. A lot of people are very pissed off about what Donald Trump is doing. And it's kind of messed up in this nation in a way that one guy can make decisions like that. And it just affect everybody else. It's not even come up for a vote on certain things, or even have to go through Congress to get certain things approved. And maybe that's a process that maybe we all should look at and say that maybe this executive order stuff needs to get scrapped and it needs to go through Congress and create laws and do things the right way in that manner. This woman said, and I quote, "The very country to which many of our people were taken as slaves during the transatlantic slave trade has now decided to ban refugees from some of our countries." This is what the sister said. And she said, "What do we do about this?" She said, "Indeed, this is one of our greatest challenges to our unity and solidarity." So she's saying she want to figure out within the African Union, what should they do? Now, Iran has said, okay, well, since you banning us, we banning you. Iraq said the same thing. You banning us, we banning you. So maybe those African nations will say the same thing. Now, the white supremacists are going to show up and they're going to say, well, you know, they shouldn't be terrorists and all this other stuff they're going to say. You know, Africa didn't have no terrorism before the white European went over there colonizing and destroying Africa. We didn't have those problems. We was in peace. We was in harmony. Sure, we may have had our tribal wars with each other. We had many African kingdoms, but all this stuff didn't go down until the white supremacists showed up. That's when the problem started. We was fine back then. So don't come up acting like holier than thou, like you have no affiliation, you didn't do anything wrong in the continent of Africa. That sister have a right to call y'all out for the stuff that y'all doing. It is hypocrisy. Y'all went out all over the world destabilizing people. They wouldn't have refugees if America wouldn't have went over there dropping bombs all over the place in people's countries. They didn't really do nothing to us in this nation. On some colonizing, you want to steal resources. Even Trump went over there on some colonizing, talking about we should have just took the oil in Iraq, took the oil, just stealing people's resources. He's still on that colonizing stuff. So y'all need to cut that mess out. The last thing America need to do is talk about anybody. You need to shut your mouth. You have no place to talk about morality or anything, period. But this sister's right, because Donald Trump got some nerve, especially how this nation was built off the back of African slaves. You wouldn't have America if it wouldn't been for the black man and black woman building up this nation. Like the commentary, share the video, subscribe for more news stories.